Run around, got a lot for.
So the downstairs is getting ready for its renovation. Joey and his guys are starting tomorrow. They're gonna start putting in the curved wall, start putting in one of the backdrop walls over here, and then some acoustic paneling over there. So lots gonna be happening down here. Really excited to see it finally start taking shape. This has been the slowest bit for me, just to get this organized and to have it all happen down here. So excited that this is happening. It's gonna look good. I'll show you it now before it starts so you can see the difference. This is gonna be the big curved wall. I mean, it's not gonna be a huge curve because this isn't a huge section of wall. This is probably like 1.5 meters. So that's gonna curve around there and around the floor and have a little platformed area. And then that's gonna go up just past that beam. And then that will run all the way along to somewhere around here. And then as you follow this down, my dad's been in and blanked off some sockets and put some new ones ready to go in the stud wall. So I kind of changed my mind about this wall here, which is the one the camera's on. Originally it was going to be brick slipped to kind of look like a brick wall backdrop, just to give a kind of different vibe, because you're going to have the white curved wall. This one's going to be all black and seamless. You're going to have acoustic paneling over there, and then I thought a brick one would be quite cool. But a couple of things, the price of brick slipped is unbelievable. For this small area, which is like 2.6 meters by 3, was going to be like 700 and something quid in brick slips plus VAT. So it was like nearly £1,000 all in with delivery. Like, do I really need it? Is there something better I could do with it? So for now, this is just going to get boarded over. I'll probably just paint it white so it matches in with the rest of it. Give some thought as to some backdrops here. I might put one of those big like roller beam things that's got different paper colors, maybe like a green screen one or something along those lines. So yeah, got a space here, which is, I don't know yet. It'll be useful for something, but this is a space. This wall here, which they put in before, is going to be painted black. They're actually going to change this door frame so that it becomes seamless, so you can't really see that there's a door there. And then this, along with the beam, will all be black. So that'll be a really nice black backdrop. And then the lighting up here is all going to be changed to be one giant softbox. So we've got like a big lighting area. And then on the right, underneath the stairs, between this steel beam here and this wall is all going to be acoustic panelled, which is this stuff from British Homes Direct. And I've actually got some lighting kits to go in it, so that's going to look really cool. And then I'm thinking with this, it's probably going to be actually a YouTube backdrop. I'm going to get a big table here and set up permanent tripods and lights and stuff. So that will actually just be like a backdrop that I can use for setting up and doing talking head videos on YouTube, which will be really nice and efficient. But generally speaking, I'm really excited about this space. I think it's really going to finish it off because for like a while now, it's been quite a mess down here. And when people come in, it's kind of like, oh, you know, this like anticlimactic feel, because it's just a bit of a state. I've had cars in here, it's just like crap just piled up everywhere. There's loads of crap just shoved back behind this wall now. So that will be the next kind of thing that gets looked at. But this will be a really cool space, and I've actually got a few product shoots coming up over the next few months, which we'll be able to shoot in here, which will be really nice to actually use this space. Yo, so I'm back at the studio. Today has been a busy day. I've been over at Underwood Homes this morning, shooting some stuff there for his YouTube channel, which is coming on really well. The channel's growing, which is nice, and the property that he's building is coming on really well as well. So that's all good. In other news, I have had to rent a 360 virtual tour camera for a very specific job, which I have tomorrow. So that came, so I've just been spending an hour or so playing with that, getting it all set up and ready. In other news, and more exciting news, my dad has been over today and has fitted the TV to the wall for the racing sim and the lap time board. So that's starting to look tidier, and that area is kind of getting there. He's also running some sockets through, having some floor sockets fitted, so we're not running off extension units forever. So that's happening, that's all exciting. I've got a little bit more work to do. I've got to speak to accountant shortly, which is fun. I have lots and lots of editing to do and prep for tomorrow's shoot.
You saw it, right?
I did see a 107, yeah. I did see that one. That was a 107. Oh, no. So Chris is trying to beat his time.
Trying is not the word. I actually did. I should be second on the board now.
He says he beat his time, but last time he did this, it was all disqualified because of track limits. So we'll have to wait till the end of the session to see if he's actually done it.
Wait,
But
let's just do this lap and then end session. I need to know if I'm higher up on the board.
he thinks he's going to jump from second to last.
I'm gonna be first.
to first. I think he might be second, to be fair. 107, 751.
See? Or, 105, that could have been me as well. Who knows?
That could have,
Look,
that's definitely me.
I'm in the 107s twice. Either way, I've gone up like, what's that, 3?
You've jumped 1, 2, 3, 4 places. That was pretty good. I'll give you that.
Yeah, thank you very much. So
This is what Chris does most of the time, most of the day.
So now I just need to get my own so I can practice to beat Jordan because he's...
He does have all the assists on.
What?
No, he doesn't.
You set this up.
He's not set up, yeah, but he has been watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Last it, so.
I don't like being bad at games. Right, that was a good day. Good day of work. If you don't beat 107, then
Oh!
106.
Yo, so back at the studio, had a week off and I kind of left this place in a little bit of a state. Went skiing for a week with my girlfriend, which was unbelievable. Very needed getaway and something I love doing. But as with anything, when you go away, when you're self-employed, it's always a little bit crazy. People are still chasing you for work and it all just mounts up and then you come back to absolute craziness. So the last few days has been absolutely mental. Been just catching up on tons and tons of emails, a few projects that deadlines are getting super close, and also had a shoot, or 2 shoots actually. And the studio has been left in a total state. Literally the day before we went, I was filming some additional beer content here in like a studio setup, which I'll show some content of, and actually turned out really well. And I'm editing some of the pictures at the moment for Outland Beers, which is gonna be really cool. This is what we were filming. This is Outland's new Tropical Pale Ale. It's really good. And we got through a few. As you can see, this is one crate of many we got through, and I've also been working on another beer shoot for their partner brand Badger. So as I mentioned, had some beer shoots earlier in the week, which went really well, it was really cool. This, I'm just editing or retouching some of the pictures I sent over before I went on holiday, but I'm just touching up a few bits that the client wanted done. I just thought I'd show you the results from these. I'll show some BTS from the shoot, because it was quite fun to do. And it was an idea I had for a while, and see it come together kind of really worked in this tropical vibe. So. No, it didn't go on the right.
No. Come back.
We did some cool underwater stuff, dropping the can into a fish tank, which is cool. Also did some of these kind of typical product stuff with the fruit firing out the top. It was really cool. So yeah, I'm just going through and touching up some of these images that worked on before I went away. The client was happy with them. It's just a case of touching up some of the color tones. I have bought a few new bits of equipment and accessories for filming stuff, and I just wanted to actually share some bits with you. Some of you may have seen me using these in shoots, and you are probably familiar with these RGB lights. This is a Nanlite PavuTube 6C Mark II. And these are great. These are fantastic. They can go super bright. This is on 22%. You're holding light itself. For anyone that doesn't know, you can do the full color spectrum all kinds of different effects. And these are really great for maybe just lighting in general, if you need something handy, and they're magnetic as well, which makes them ideal for run and gun filmmaking. But what I like using these for is to put them, to kind of create a little bit of ambience and some kind of interest in the background of shots, because adding RGB light to different sets can just kind of add that extra bit of cinematic goodness that we all love. So these are fantastic, and they're really small, and you can just chuck them in your case or your bag. They've got a reasonably good battery life on them. But what I thought was interesting, but these are super expensive, I think, for what they are. These 60s are about £80, which isn't too bad, but you're only getting one, and you kind of want more than one of these because they are so handy, and you want to be able to chuck them in lots of places. So having one is a bit annoying. Buying multiple soon gets very expensive. Now the 15, I don't actually own any of the 15s, but the 15s are about £150 for one. I think you can get a set with two in for like £240, depending where you buy it from. I may be wrong. But the thing I wanted to bring your attention to was this. This is by a company called Ambitful, and this is the A2 Pro. These are great. I found these on Amazon, and I just thought, you know what, I will give it a go. These are super cheap in comparison to Nanlite. And while normally I am a sucker for having branded stuff, but I thought I'd take a punt on these because of the favorable price point and the fact that I wanted to get a few of them. These are really good. I've been using this one for a little while now on a few different shoots. Again, fully RGB, different effects and all the rest of it. So these are fantastic. The battery life on this is arguably not as good. The build quality as well feels a little bit more plasticky, but that doesn't really matter to me. And the only real downside to this is this one's not magnetic, whereas the Nanlite is magnetic, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It still has your mounting holes. You still have all the functionality that you would have with the Nanlite. And yeah, it's just a really good bit of kit. So having tested one for a little while, I thought, you know what, I could actually do some more of these. So I went out and I bought some more. Now these are the small ones. These are the Ambitful RGB LED A2s. And then these are the A2 Pros. I'm guessing that's the only difference is the size. These work exactly the same as the Nanlite. So these are packs of two. So there's two of the longer ones in there and two of the short ones in there. So I totally have three of these total and two of these, which makes five. Plus the Nanlite makes six. Now this is really useful for shoots, and it's going to be really great, and I'm really looking forward to actually using these to fully light some sets. I tend to don't use these for key lights, whereas you can use them for key lights, especially if you want to add a little color accent. But I tend to use these for background lighting and kind of adding a little bit of interest and some color to a scene. For the two smaller ones and the two bigger ones, so 4 of these lights in total, it cost me £202 from Amazon, free delivery because I'm a Prime member. What I thought was interesting is if you wanted a Nanlite version this size, it's about 150, 160 quid, depending where you get it from. So for the sake of an extra £40, I have got an additional 3. And arguably the performance is basically the same. For the price point, where money is a factor, I think these are great. If you're interested in getting some RGB lights and using these, whether it's to light your own YouTube set or whether it's to use them while filming, I think I would seriously consider the Ambitful A2 and the A2 Pro. I've actually purchased a couple of other little bits and pieces, which I will go through at some point. These are just like LED lights for putting around the unit. Got some SD card holders because always getting too many SD cards and not enough place to put them. SD cards, these are kind of backup ones. I wouldn't film anything too serious on these because these are just V30s. Are they? Yeah, these are V30s, so I wouldn't record like 10-bit 422 on these, but I like to have lots of these because they are much more cost effective. And as a backup SD card, if you're really in a pickle and everything's full, or you just need some, a backup card in your camera, these are great. But typically, I use these, which are pro-grade digitals, and I can do a whole video on SD cards at some point because it's a topic it's something I hate buying, but it's something that is really important. There's random GoPro mounts. There's a random GoPro in here. I didn't buy that one recently, but also bought some V-mount batteries from K&F Concept. I've got 2 of those in there. These are great, and I use these on my camera rig, which I will do a full video on at some point. Headphone stand, because I thought that's quite cool. And this, I think I'm really excited to use this. I think this is gonna be really cool. This is a fog and smoke machine. It's like a miniature handheld thing that produces fog with these little kind of canisters that you fill in, kind of like a vape. And it's got different modes, dry ice kind of thing. And yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I have always loved doing stuff with smoke effects. I think it can be massively overused, but it's something I've always enjoyed doing. But it's normally for like bigger projects, because the smoke machine I've got, it's a proper like party smoke machine. So it's great for shooting like car shoots inside and stuff to make it all hazy and a bit of atmosphere. But I was thinking about using this more for product shoots. But yeah, that's kind of, for the minute, I just wanted to give you a quick update as to what's been happening. Lots going on, loads of projects coming up over the next couple of weeks. Got some exciting stuff going on with Van Haven. All good in the hood. For now, I'm gonna crack on. I've got to finish a few bits before I shoot on, because it's Friday afternoon and it's 6 o'clock and I'm about time to go. But yeah, I'll catch you in a minute.